Alright. It's a Kubla live stream. It's a Kubla live stream. I gotta pay for parking. I gotta pay for parking. I'm gonna pay for parking, for parking, for parking. Alright. Now I go home. Now I go home. Now I go home. Hello, Thailand. What's good, Thailand? This is what we're dealing with in terms of our drive right now. Here's my little dash cam. Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to Toronto, Ontario. A wonderful place. It's a little bit gray right now. But that's just life sometimes, man. Sometimes life's a little gray. You know? Sometimes that's just how it goes, man. So here we are. We are going home now. We are going to run this yellow light. Yes. Here we go. Yes. All right. Don't worry, I'm not gonna look at the chat unless I'm at a stop sign. So just so we're aware what's going on. Somebody was asking about singing before, and I hope that they rejoin the chat. I'll wait until they rejoin the chat before I start yapping about singing again. But I'm just gonna do a little manifestation journal right now. This is a live manifestation journal. I'm gonna tour the world, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna bring all my friends. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend. We're gonna all go on the road and have a great time. I'm gonna make it so we're not super tired all the time. It's gonna be chill and extremely fun and profitable because people value good music, and people love good music. Good music enriches people's souls and makes people feel seen and good, and that's what it's all about. That's what life is all about. Is feeling seen and loved and cared for. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have the greatest life I could ever imagine. I mean, I already do. Life's good. I don't love the Severance gigs, but it was fun singing for you guys, so that's cool. Man, oh man, oh man. Yo, Granddaddy, tell me about yourself, bro. What's up, Cohen? Granddaddy 23, the dude. Have you ever been to Toronto? Anyone ever been to Toronto? Toronto's a cool spot. I've been here for 6 years now. It's pretty much home. Like, all my work's here. All my contacts are here. All my friends are here. It's a little interesting though, because like when you move away from your hometown, especially when you haven't lived anywhere else, you just don't get a lot of you don't have the same home contacts. You don't have those same like homies, like day one homies. So it's weird. Like I have to go back to my hometown to see my day one homies. I honestly don't keep in touch with them that much anymore. So it's a bit funky. I definitely feel it the most when I'm like driving in the winter, fall time. Now the daylight savings is passed. It's like, whew. We're only a month away from solstice. It's crazy. Your wife has. How do you feel about marriage, man? I'm staring down the barrel of the gun right now when it comes to marriage. My girlfriend and I went through a little bit of a rough patch because she moved into my place with my roommate friends, and And I love living where I live. And she loves it now too, because we got more space. But we were living in like a pretty close quarters for a little while, because a roommate was moving out at the end of the next month, and we really got in there, deep in there. I want to go one day. Are you releasing a new album soon? I don't know about a new album. I've been working on music. I just finished a single. I like Tomish a lot. I would love to hang with Tomish. He'd be such a fun hang. Although I don't know what he likes to do with his spare time, but I bet we'd have a lot to discuss musically. But yeah, I'm working on a bunch of new music. I'm trying to expand my repertoire in terms of producers, because I've been so in my own world production-wise, like finishing my own songs and like building my own stuff, and I think that I want to try to spread it around a little bit. Do I still play in Trinity Bellwoods lately? No, because it's too cold. It's way too cold. It's freezing cold outside. Who's my biggest guitar inspiration? I would say my biggest guitar inspiration is somebody try. Oh no, why is somebody honking? I'd say my biggest guitar inspiration is probably Joe Pass. Surprisingly, like I love Joe Pass. George Benson, Isaiah Sharkey, John Mayer. Some really swaggy guitar players out there. Paul Castelluzzo, the guy who goes by Heather, he's freaking sick. He doesn't really post like guitar stuff anymore, but I was super into his content. He's my age too, so like I was just like hounding after his stuff when I was like 20. That was really fun. And yeah, tons of other people who just like were selling courses online, stuff like that. What guitar do you recommend for a beginner guitar player? I'd recommend going on Facebook Marketplace and finding yourself like a $500, like if you want an arch top, find yourself like a cheap arch top that doesn't have any structural issues. Cosmetic issues are fine, like dents and stuff. I just bought this axe that I was playing for this gig. It was this black like AE 500 Yamaha, but it's awesome. Yo! What's good, dude? Hey, man. I'm good, dude.
I call you.
Yeah, okay, sick. I just saw my friend Josh Kobayashi. He used to be my photographer. He's a dope dude. That was really funny. He was just like sitting there. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Most want a new Telecaster. Okay. 1 second. There's a lot to read here, so I gotta wait until I get to this. Thing. Still a newlywed, but being married for over 2 years is a blessing ultimately. And the impression there's no other major questions. I'm sure of my partner. With prayer, what am I waiting for? That's really sweet. That's really beautiful, man. Who do I think is the most overrated guitar player? I'd say blues has a lot of kind of overrated guitar players, but like not really either. Like Joe Bonamassa is pretty sick. You know, like Eric Clapton, frickin' Angus Young, but they got their place. You know, like they succeeded as guitar players. They're dope. But I just say that, like, I personally don't see them as like guitar gods personally. This is my opinion. Currently I have a Stratocaster, but I want something new. Yeah, man. I mean, a Telecaster and a Stratocaster honestly are not that much different from one another. I would say the thing that to look for, other than a Stratocaster, would be like something that has humbuckers on it, like non-single coils. There's a lot of people who make Telecasters sound really good, but in my opinion, Telecasters are the worst guitar. Except for Telecaster Deluxe. I have a Telecaster Deluxe, big fan of that. It's a Squier too, it's great. But yeah, Telecaster Deluxes have humbuckers, but I really don't like the pickups on normal Telecasters. And again, some people make them work, and like it's a little bit of like a countercultural thing, but unless you're playing country music, it's like whatever. The DAW I use is Ableton. I use Ableton Live, because I like the workflow. I just find it very easy to play with it. and kind of like transition from the production phase into the mixing phase. The Backseat Lovers? I don't know. I've never heard of the Backseat Lovers. Sounds sick though. You wanna be your cheap backseat lover, moving down the street to nowhere. I wanna be your cheap backseat lover, but damn, well, let's get it on then. Silver Skies are great. They're like really sweet guitars. They're kind of like they're a little bit like a luxury car. Like I feel like your regular old like Facebook Marketplace Mexican Stratocasters, like your Honda Civic. It's like it's gonna do the job great. Some are awesome. Some need work. Your brand new Stratocaster sometimes is like a brand new Honda Civic, and then your Silver Sky is like your BMW. It's like you're like nice. Sweet. The Backseat Lovers. I'll check them out. Do you have any formal education in music? What do you think of going to college for it? I actually have a lot of opinions about it, but I'm very heavily biased because like I grew up in a musical community and I grew up in a musical household, like both my parents are musicians. And the reality behind that is Joshua, the lead guitarist, plays the Telecaster and he shreds. Yeah, man. Some people really make the Telecaster work, and if that's your bag, then go for it. But I would say in my opinion, it's like the not nicest sound. It's really peaky in the high mids. That's good. What do I think of McGee? McGee's sick. He's super cool. If I weren't a guitar player, I'd probably play the piano, maybe the bass. I would just sing. If I didn't play guitar, I would just sing. What did I say? Okay, formal education in music. I'd say that there's benefits to it. Like if you're a kid and you want to like attend a conservatory, I think it's great. But like, I honestly think that music colleges in themselves can sometimes like set unrealistic expectations and stress for the kind of responsibility that you have as a musician. Like they really teach all the biases. It's really true that like people who can't teach, and it doesn't mean they can't play. Like they can play, they just can't figure out how to make a living off of music. So you're not going to learn how to make a living off of music from going to school. You might learn how to be like, you know, a better player. You might learn like attitudes toward art, but there's no guarantee that those attitudes toward art aren't going to be limiting to like your ability to figure out how to make a living playing music, which is really important. Like you can learn how to be a great artist just by playing and practicing and having taste and caring about whether or not you're really good and you're doing well at what you do. But you really can't you can't shed limiting beliefs very easily. You should cover Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra's sick. Leve's good too. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Yeah. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Oh, in other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. Oh, you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, whoa, in other words, That was funny and silly. Do you think groove rhythm is learned or an intrinsic thing in some people? Nothing is intrinsic about music. The only thing that's intrinsic about music is like our circuitry that allows us to like detect novelty and detect like novelty and to have confidence. Those are like the only things that are inherent in music, but those are like human qualities. So I actually don't think that there's any such thing as like intrinsic instinctual musical ability. Although there might be things that are connected to that or like correlated with that, but like I think that everyone is capable in their own way of becoming a good musician. It's just whether or not like they might be specialized in certain things. Like if somebody has a high novelty drive, they might be more interested in something like jazz, because jazz, you have a lot of opportunity to like create novelty. Same with like if somebody has like a lot of confidence, they might be more likely to like put themselves into more like front-facing positions. That might give them more talent at front-facing positions. Those are just examples. I'm sure there's many other such examples that people can be born with, but like I'm a firm believer, even as somebody who has parents who are musicians, so if anyone has intrinsic talent, I have intrinsic talent, but I don't really believe it exists. That would blow if you do the cover. What amps do you recommend? What amps do I recommend? I like Blues Junior. Blues Junior is a good old classic. I wouldn't spend a lot of money on an amp. I would just get like I would try to understand like the difference between like modeling and tubes and solid state, and just like figure out what you want. It really doesn't matter. Yo, Jesus loves you. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. It's really sweet. Okay. Yeah. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Oh, in other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Do you record guitar from a mic or just direct? Usually from a mic. Christmas music. Oh man. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up from head to toe. Everybody knows some stockings and some mistletoe, ripe to make the season right. Our tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's bringing lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I forget the lyric. Phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. It'd be fun to do a little Christmas recordings. That'd be a good time. I'll talk to my YouTube partner about that. Yo, thanks. Yeah, singing voices, I would say there is a genetic component to that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know anything. I do believe that everyone can learn how to sing, though, truly. Any good venues in Canada that play similar sets and covers to the Kubla Band? You know, I wish that what I did was more common, but to be honest with you, I think that I'm the only one in Toronto that is doing the thing that I'm doing. But Lavender Town's pretty cool. They're in Toronto. where I'm from in Victoria, BC, there's some cover bands that are really good. In Vancouver, I don't know about the scene there, but I'm sure it's pretty good. I'm sure there's some good people there. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know at all. Man, I would love to see Kurt Elling with Charlie Hunter. That would be so fun. They're such funny guys. They did a cover of "Stick to My Guns" by PJ Morton, and Kurt Elling was like, "I'm gonna stick to my guns." It was so funny. It was really, really sweet. Okay. I could do some Christmas songs. And Charlie Hunter's such a freaking beast, man. He's such a freaking beast. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so question. I want to know where you guys are from. I want to know what you guys do for a living. I want to know like what your thing is. Like I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sure you're watching, but like I want to know about you. I want to know what you're up to. I want to know what your goals are, what your aims are, where your heart is. Like I just want to know all those things. I'm extremely curious. I'm extremely curious about the people who've chosen to come and listen to my music. It's a real joy for me to. It's a real joy for me, you know. Man, this bloke is old as hell. Y'all get to check out what I'm up to. This guy's so fucking old. Holy crap. You can't see him over the dash. This is where I'm up to. This is Bathurst Street. Bathurst Street is a pretty cool street. You're seeing it's autofocusing on my dash. There we go. Bathurst Street is a pretty cool street. Cool trees. Look at those cool trees. Look at them. Look at them go. Ooh, there's a cool tree. Some cool trees. It's a big hill. Big hill for my old ass car. All right. Well, I think I might go pretty soon here. So I'm headed to a session right now. Love Christian music, but your music popped up since I'm a big Mary fan. Glad I found you, brother. Yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, dude. There's many different ways of spreading the good word. And I feel as if what I'm trying to do is spread love, and joy and acceptance, faith and appreciation. So I think that the whole point is to wrestle with it, and I feel as if the whole point is to wrestle with it and to just experience the beauty of life. Man, we got the Christians in the chat. Oh, yeah, I love God. I love the world, man. I love the spirit that I get to embody. It's a really beautiful space. Dude, congrats, man. That's so nice. I was given a voice so I could sing. What a joy for me to share it. Yeah, I'm based in Toronto. Congrats on the children. Lots of sweet, sweet Christian folk. It's really nice. Watching and listening from Poland. Hey. I would love to come to Poland, man. I met a really lovely couple in Hamburg. We're from Poland. They run a music venue, I think, in Krakow. And yeah, I'd love to come there. I would really love to come there. But it's tough, man. It's really tough to know how to book shows. Like 25 years ago, you could just book a show in a place and people would come. Nowadays, it's not like that. So you got to like figure out what your marketing plan is, and all the good stuff. So, I'm living and I'm doing it. Yo, India, please come to San Fran. I would love to come to San Fran. I've been told so many good things about San Fran. Might be the perfect balance of all the things that I like in a city, to be honest. Listening all the way from India. Thanks, man. That's sick. That's really amazing. I love India. Well, I haven't been, but I love Indian people. You gotta have to if you live in Canada, you know? But it's also because many people have met awesome people. All right. Oh, I'm a little bit, that's awesome, man. Well, congrats to your baby girl who was listening to me before she was born. That's really sweet. That's real sweet. I love that a lot. Fill my heart with song and let me sing, sing forevermore. Baby, you. Dude, I drive a car that straight up has holes in it. My car is such a beater. It is a Volkswagen Passat wagon. You know, they go lots of space in the back. I've got a bunch of boxes back there right now. But it is a beater, and I need to change the oil. I haven't changed the oil in maybe 8 months. It's not so bad. Hell yeah. Volkswagen all the way. But this car is not for long for this world. Like, it's straight up. The winter gets really cold here, and the roads get icy, and so they put salt on the roads, and so rust is a big problem. So my car's been in Toronto way longer than I've owned it, and it has holes in it now. There's big gaping holes in the side of the car. So one day I'll buy a new car, but for now I make music, and for all time I make music. But one day I will make enough money from my music to buy me a new car. And that will be sweet, and that will be cool. Fill my heart with song and let me. But it's KCMO. KCMO. Thank you so much. Sarah Smile's a great tune. My girlfriend's name's Sarah, so it'd be an appropriate song for me to play. Let me sing forevermore. You are. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri. I gotta come to Kansas City, Missouri. I'm gonna go here. I've been accused of such things in my life. Next car will be a Ferrari. I don't want a Ferrari. What I would love is like a truck car and like a fun car. So like a fun car would be like a Miata, or like, I don't know, some low level luxury car, and then some kind of truck would be like a 4Runner or something like that. Some kind of cool utility vehicle. It'd be a lot of fun. All right, I'm almost at my session. So I'm gonna go in about 3 minutes. So I'll see you very soon. And yeah, much love to you and your kin. And yeah, I'm vibing, chilling and vibing. Oh, 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 hey yo, okay. Here I go. Oops, the wrong way. I gotta go on the street. Yeah, go ahead, sir. I gotta go the wrong way. Oops, actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go all the way up to here, and then I'm gonna go the right way. Love your music and those jazzy videos on YouTube. Thanks, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, okay. Well, here I am at my friend Julian's house. Julian is a super sweet dude and a super sweet singer. And we're gonna write a song or something like that. How's my voice after a gig? Oh man, I just played a gig and I think my voice is pretty fine right now. Now, maybe a little tired. But I think I just need some water, to be honest with you. Now, woo, yeah. Baby, you can drive my car. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hope that, like, your life and oh, that's a fire hydrant. If I park here, I'm gonna get a ticket. I hope that your life and everyone you love is like happy and joyful and everything's cool. Cause if it wasn't, that would make me quite sad. Make me quite sad. Bless up, y'all. Ooh. Okay. Parallel parking. Parallel parking. I'm actually pretty good at parallel parking. Well, if I actually do it right. All right. Okay. You're gonna get the parallel parking cam. Check it out. Check it out. All right. We're going perfect. That's what we're going for. Is perfect. Here we are. Parallel parked. Perfection. All right. I'm gonna show you my whip. All right, this is my whip. This is the interior of my whip. This is the interior of my whip. I could probably vacuum it, to be honest with you, but. And this is the sweet exterior of my whip. As you can see, we have some gaping holes in it. Lovely gaping holes in my whip. And, yeah, quite a prosperous whip. Thing has treated me very well. And I hope that it continues to treat me well through my life. It doesn't die on me at a terrible and auspicious time. I'm just trying to hide my little speaker there. That's which is weight reduction. That's right. That's correct. All right. What a beautiful day. Whew. Lovely autumn day in Toronto. All right, much love to everybody. I'm going to take off. Take it easy, y'all. Goodbye.